So a lot of you are familiar with the digital marketing audit, and did you know that you should be actually performing them for your clients on a regular basis? Well, in this video, we're going to talk about several factors that you're going to want to look at to perform a digital marketing audit. So stay tuned, this is going to be a really interesting video. Welcome back and thank you for joining me. My name is Jordan Steen, also known as Serial Entrepreneur, and at this channel we talk all about starting a marketing agency, a personal brand, or really just using digital marketing to build any business online. So if you're interested in any of those topics, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell in the bottom right hand corner so you get updated with all of our future videos, trainings, free resources, our free giveaways we do every single week here at my channel. So guys, the purpose of a digital marketing audit isn't just to provide value to potential clients. Once you actually land them as a client, you're going to want to perform regular marketing audits to determine where you need to make adjustments to the campaign, where you're actually seeing success with your campaign, and where you should probably stop focusing your efforts later on in the future. And now all of these are important, but I want to make sure that you guys also stay tuned to the very end of the video, because by the end of the video, we're going to give you another training where we'll actually go through more of the step-by-step process to creating and building proper audits. So make sure to stay tuned to the end as well. And finally, if you want to win the mentorship program, we're giving away a 3-month course. All you have to do is comment right below this video with the best thing that you learned from watching this training. All right, the best answer to whatever you learned about this specific training is going to be picked later on, and we'll give you 3 months to our mentorship program. So make sure you leave a comment after the video and let us know what you learned about this topic. Now, an audit, it helps you pinpoint exactly where you're having trouble, either driving traffic, having conversion, getting engagement, growing your following. All of those different things can be analyzed from a high level, and you can make decisions about the marketing campaign and what you need to do to improve in the future, or again, what you need to remove from the campaign or even add to the campaign later on. Oh, and not to mention, if you guys are taking a content approach to your marketing campaigns, meaning you're creating a bunch of video and blog content, you should be performing an audit or an analysis of your content and campaigns probably on a monthly to quarterly basis, because things change with your keywords as far as targeting, search volume, competition every single month. So you're going to want to make sure that you're targeting the right words, the right phrasing, you're going after the right topics every single time you create new content. A reason why a lot of people fail with their digital marketing strategies and campaigns is because they don't actually have proper goals set in place. So even if you go to perform an audit later on, you don't really know what you're trying to reach, what your attainable goal is. Really, if you don't set a goal in the beginning, there is no point in doing audits. So make sure you set goals, which on that note, I like to set SMART goals. If you're not familiar with SMART goal setting, you'll want to check it out and apply it to your marketing campaigns and strategies. Specifically because SMART goals make sure that your goals are specific, measurable, actionable, relevant, and time-based or time-bound. Having clear SMART goals is going to allow you to actually analyze properly and make adjustments in your campaign. So make sure you're doing that. But now let's go ahead and jump over to my screen and we'll go through some of the things that you need to look for when performing your audit. So the first thing we want to talk about, guys, is websites, and really having a great experience that's going to push people to purchase products, inquire about a service or product, or really just take actions that your business will deem valuable to the business. We want to start off with the design and user experience. A lot of people just create these awful websites. Don't have useless information at the top. Make sure it's easy to find things, that it's broken down into categories that your audiences will understand and that makes sense, right? Making sure that you can navigate the site easily, that it has a really nice flow to it. It shows that, you have some authority in your specific industry, that you're the best at what you do, that it flows and just shows people information that they're going to ask about your products or services as soon as they start scrolling through this page. And the next thing I want to talk about with websites is if you're going to create content, specifically blog content, then you need to look into something called topic clusters, right? And so, for example, this how to find blog topics is probably going to link back to another article, either with our marketing agency content or our personal branding content. We're not just creating one-off topics, we're creating topics that link together. That way we can drive all of that SEO traffic through one link, making it the best article out there for that specific topic. So I know all of that can sound confusing. If you're wanting to know more about topic clusters, check out this video up here in the top right-hand corner. So another important factor to make sure that you're aware of when going through your audit is to make sure that the website has call to actions in place and that every call to action isn't just trying to sell a product or service, right? So you can see a lot of our call to actions, this Start Here button is just going to take someone to the Start Here page. And the Start Here page is all about people who haven't started yet, have no clue what they're talking about. And then these call to actions drive people to other actions that are valuable to us. They can either subscribe to an email list, a messenger list, or actually purchase a product. And notice, as you can see here, we've done something called site layering. And this is very important because a lot of people don't layer their site properly. So let's go to a sales page. If I go to a sales page on the Digital Marketing School, you can see it's also built very similarly. We give you a little information, right? Call to actions, little information, social proof, more social proof, what's included, some more value, more information about what you're going to get with that product or service. But you also have to consider how the site actually flows, what content you're putting at what point in time. You have to remember when someone's at the top of the site, they might not know about this product yet. So you shouldn't be putting a big sale button right here necessarily. It wouldn't necessarily make sense every single time, right? So consider what product you're selling and if it makes sense to do that. So that's the next thing we're going to talk about with your audit is performing SEO audits. And really, guys, what you have to look at is you're trying to basically increase the average position, increase your impressions, and then increase your total clicks. That's really all you're trying to do here. So by doing that, you're increasing the amount of sales and leads that a company is able to generate from their site. This is all it does. All it does is show your general search traffic or your typical search traffic for keywords that you're targeting on your website and in your content. Another great tool is going to be something like SERPstat or Ahrefs, but something where you can actually track the rankings of the keywords that you're trying to target. So for example, with SMMA course, you can see we're up to the 3rd position with SMMA course for that keyword. And we're tracking all of these social media marketing related keywords to see how we perform over time. Right? So this is going to show you how you actually look over time with keywords that are important to your business, which ultimately drive sales goals. Another essential to SEO is understanding the basic core principles like tagging, meta descriptions, using things that actually tell search engines what your content or your site is about. So for example, this right here is the title of this article, but that is considered an H1 tag. So in the coding, it needs to have an H1 bracket around that specific section of text to let the search engine know that this is the title. Without it, it's just body text. Right here, this would be a H3 tag under this H2. You can see it's just a hierarchy of how the article is broken down to let Google know what is a main topic, what are subtopics, and what are subtopics of our subtopics, right? So understanding the basics of things like that. Your meta description, your description of the actual page itself. So if this is a page about how to network with other SMMAs, the meta description is a brief, very brief summary that tells search engines what this article is about. And it's also what shows in search results when someone does a search for a keyword and your article pops up. And the last thing I want to talk about are things like your broken links, which are 404s, or just things that aren't working on your site or aren't relevant anymore. Articles that are potentially harming your site with negative SEO ranking is probably something that you're going to want to look at and potentially take down. So actually doing an audit on each one of the articles you create and seeing if it's actually valuable to the site or hurting the site. Oh, and PS, if you're looking for some tools to help with SEO and increase your traffic, check out this video in the top right-hand corner on 4 free tools that we use on a regular basis. The last thing I want to mention about SEO is just making sure that you have things like your social media icons readily available on your site, because this helps improve your SEO ranking. Having those social sites tells Google that you're a valid business or a valid person, right? So make sure to have all of those connected as well. So for this next section, we want to talk about performing a content audit. And for this, we've created something super simple that you can start with for a content audit. Content is the foundation for many core functions on your site. It helps push people, it helps convince people, it helps make them trust you. Here's all you want to ask. Have you set up pages to accommodate the whole buyer's journey, from helpful blog posts to content downloads and bottom of funnel conversion pages? Meaning, is your content about from the very beginning to the very end of the process? Meaning it could explain to someone what happens from the beginning to the end, and they have a complete understanding of everything that's going on with the business that they're engaging with. Number 2 is, do you have content to assist in the sales process? All of the things that you can give of value to your potential customers. Do you have anything like that for your customers? If not, it's something you're going to want to look at. The next thing is your content appropriate for your target audience? Meaning, are you giving them the stuff that they actually care about? Number 4 is, do you publish frequently and consistently? I know it doesn't say it on that document, but it is. You need to publish frequently and consistently. Okay, that is the only way to build your audience. They have to start to get to know when you're actually going to publish something. So make sure that you maintain quality while posting frequently and consistently. And the last one is, does your content reach your audience via social media, paid advertising, organic search, and referral traffic? All right, so basically what we're looking at here is, where is your audience coming from? Are they coming from social channels, search? Are they just going directly to your website? Are these all referral-based traffic? Like, where are they coming from, and where you should be spending most of your time? If most of your customers are coming from social media, you should continue to improve social media until the point where you just cannot improve it anymore. You can't do any better. And then at that point, you can start focusing on other areas. So if you answered no to any of those questions, all you need to do is prioritize them in your content marketing strategy and start making it a point to actually take action on those specific points. So question time, how often are you running digital marketing audits or performing digital marketing audits for yourself or for your clients' businesses? Leave that in the comments below. So when you start your audit, you want to audit competitor social media channels, compare what's working for them, and incorporate that into your social media content strategy. But on top of that, you're also going to want to use your audit to look at your own social network and determine what types of content were valuable, what types of content weren't valuable, what messages really resonated well with your audience and your viewers. Did you find that your profile was actually missing some business information, like a phone number or an email address, or maybe even your business location or hours? Did you notice that your branding elements, like your logos or cover photos or whatever that you want to use to brand your company, are inconsistent across your social media platforms? A key is consistency, because it allows people to start to recognize your brand. So that being said, we created a checklist of things that you'll basically want to check for on each platform, and all you have to do is follow along. All right, so really what you want to look for is name the social network. All right, so you would list all of your different social networks. And you can do this in an Excel document. You would do the URL for each one, right? So facebook.com/serialentrepreneur would be our Facebook link. We do one for Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, all of that. The date created, if possible, that way you just know how old the account is. The number of follows current, and then you can do one to track future followers. Your demographic, right? That's super important. Who are you targeting on this social network? Is there a specific audience that your messages resonate better with on this specific platform? What is the purpose of each account? This is super important. So Twitter versus Instagram versus Facebook, they're all going to have different purposes. So even though, yes, you're trying to drive customers, you still have a different purpose on each page. Your goal, all right? So what are the goals for each individual account? You need to identify and record the goal of each social network. When is it that you last posted? And this is just for the audit. You don't need to do this on a daily basis, because obviously you're posting on a regular basis. But when is it that you last posted? How often does it appear that that page is posting? And you can use things like Likealyzer to help with Facebook. Otherwise, with Instagram, you're going to have to do some manual research to see how often they're posting, but try to get an average of how many times per week and per month the account is posting. Find your most engaging posts. Obviously, that's going to help you figure out what types of content are valuable. Up-to-date branding, making sure that your logos, your banners, anything on your profile is up-to-date, that you don't have information on there that's out of date. Again, how many posts per day are you doing? The operator, okay, so this is the person responsible for running and updating this account. You'll want to look at them and their job and things that they are doing, because they're going to have an effect on that account. And then finally, is password stored? Does more than one person have access to this account's password? Only record the actual password if the document is password protected. And this is just so that way you can have your passwords for each account in one spot. And that way, if you have any VAs that are working on the account, it makes it super easy for them to access it as well. Okay, so the last thing we want to talk about is taking a look at your pay-per-click campaigns or your ad campaigns on things like Google, Yahoo, Bing, YouTube, things like that. But because of the fact that I don't want this video to get too long, because we're already pushing it pretty long here, what we've done is we actually included that information inside of our blog article. So all you have to do is go right below this video in the description, find the link to our blog article, and then just go visit that, and you can read the section on pay-per-click audits and what you want to do there. But that's it for this video, guys. Make sure to leave a comment below giving us what you learned or what you think the best response would be to what you learned in this video, and we're going to choose one winner to give away 3 months to the mentorship program. Last but not least, since you stayed till the end, make sure to check out this video in the top right-hand corner, and that is how to create a social media marketing audit or a digital marketing audit step by step. It's one of our most popular videos, and I promise you're gonna learn even more about creating audits from that video. But that's it for this one, guys, and I will see you on the next one. Until then, Serial Entrepreneur out. Bye, guys. Ready to start living the six-figure, work wherever, be your own boss lifestyle? Well, at Serial Entrepreneur Academy, we'll teach you how to use a laptop and internet to start your own social media and digital marketing agency. Get started with our free Facebook ads training. Links in the description below, guys. See you in the course. Serial Entrepreneur out.